Dear viewers, carbon monoxide is a byproduct of the incomplete burning of carbon-containing materials. It is a colorless, odorless, and tasteless gas. Carbon monoxide is a highly poisonous gas, and its exposure can quickly lead to short-term symptoms, long-term health issues, and even death. Prolonged and repeat exposures at lower concentrations can lead to the same consequences. In aviation, the most typical sources of carbon monoxide are exhaust from internal combustion engines, piston-driven aircraft, airside vehicles, and ground servicing equipment, aircraft turbine engine exhaust, and APU exhaust. Although odorless and tasteless, carbon monoxide produced from these sources will usually be mixed with other compounds, gases, and vapors that can be detected through smell and taste. Carbon monoxide can also be created from combustion of materials during an aircraft emergency involving fire. Carbon monoxide is known as the silent killer and is responsible for more than 400 deaths per annum in the USA and a similar number in Europe. These are typically in industrial and domestic situations. For example, in the UK alone, 50 people die, 200 people are hospitalized, and 4,000 admitted to accident and emergency units annually due to carbon monoxide poisoning. When inhaled, CO is absorbed easily into the bloodstream, where it attaches itself to hemoglobin with an affinity over 200 times that of oxygen. This has a direct effect on the performance of those parts of our physiology that rely on oxygen for proper functioning. In this respect, the symptoms are very similar to hypoxia. Carbon monoxide also reacts chemically with other proteins and enzymes in the blood, which can lead to damage to the brain, heart, and nervous system. However, people experience different symptoms of different intensities and in different orders, whereas headache is the most common symptom. The typical symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning may include less than 10% no symptoms, between 10 to 20% slight headache or nausea, between 20 to 30% drowsiness, headache, slight increase in respiratory rate, or dizziness, between 30 to 40% impaired judgment, difficulty breathing, blurring of vision, bad headache, increasing drowsiness, or stomach pain, between 40 to 50% confusion, blurred vision, shortness of breath, pounding headache, uncontrolled sleep, vertigo, loss of coordination, chest pain, or memory loss, more than 50% seizure, unconsciousness, or heart attack, and lastly, death, especially if not removed from exposure. Piston-powered aircraft produce high concentrations of carbon monoxide, and by design carry the highest risk that carbon monoxide can enter the cabin during flight. Therefore, if no detection and warning system is available, then it is important that pilots are familiar with the onset symptoms so that they can react immediately. In this regard, an effective emergency drill may contain the following elements. Turn the cabin heat fully off. Select maximum rate of fresh air ventilation to the cabin. Open windows if the environment, flight profile, and operating manual permit. Consider using supplemental oxygen if available, and if doing so, would not introduce another safety or fire hazard. Land as soon as possible or practicable. Inform air traffic control of your concerns and intentions. Select a leaner fuel mixture if possible. After landing, seek medical attention as soon as possible. Lastly, before continuing the flight, have the aircraft inspected by a certified mechanic. We can conclude that carbon monoxide may be invisible, but its threat is very real, especially in aviation environments where exposure can escalate rapidly. Awareness, early recognition of symptoms, and decisive action are critical to preventing tragedy. Whether you're a pilot, ground crew member, or maintenance technician, understanding the risks and knowing how to respond can save lives. Stay alert, stay informed, and always treat any suspected exposure as a serious emergency. Thanks for watching. Fly safe and protect yourself and your crew from silent dangers in the sky.